Hey guys, this is Adam with Mods4Quads. We've been talking in the previous two videos about physical and mental challenges that have arisen throughout the COVID-19 quarantine that we've all been experiencing. And this brings us to our third segment where we're basically talking about spiritual well-being and our overall will to progress and our overall will to recover. And making that choice, consciously making the choice to recover. We talked about depression, and depression could be a very slippery slope and put us in a pretty significant downward spiral that sometimes is hard to get out of. So it's really, really important, I think, to really consciously choose healing, consciously choose taking on our own recovery, and grabbing the bull by the horns and taking every opportunity we have to improve our situation. Our spiritual well-being is very important. It's where we get our drive and our motivation for so many things. And so once we've chosen that, it helps quite a bit. Once we realize that focusing on positivity and progression, that we're able to get a sense of enjoyment from setting goals for ourselves, achieving those goals, and having the real sense of moving forward in our recovery. Being isolated and being stuck at home presents many challenges that we discussed earlier, but it also presents opportunities. And it really gives us a chance to kind of recalibrate and revisit our goals and our outlook and our methods for coping, for progressing, and gives us some fresh perspective at where we might be at this point in time, and might gain us some new insight into our situations. It certainly gives us the opportunity to kind of renew our focus, to kind of reset our focus, and to be clear moving forward in what we want to do with ourselves and how we want to improve. And we all have the power to heal ourselves. No one can make us heal. No one can magically wave a wand and heal us. We have to equally be a part of that and contribute to that and be focused on that. Some of the very simple things that I've done and that some other people have done that I know to cope with their situation. There's some basic ways that we can improve our outlook and overcome some of the mental and physical challenges that we encounter during this time. Getting out in the sun, getting fresh air, revisiting our connection with loved ones and friends if we have access to them, whether directly or by phone, by video chat, keeping those connections alive and well. And the more we focus on lifting ourselves up, the more we do for ourselves, the more other people gravitate toward us to help us. And so there's a wonderful symbiosis in there once we make that choice. It helps other people naturally come into our lives. And another daily practice that I think is really important is really being clear about what we're grateful for in our lives. Most of us have, amongst the many challenges that we face, some really significant blessings in our lives. And giving thanks for those and acknowledging those really help to hone our focus and our overall outlook so that we can bring more of those positive things into our lives. For me, I've had a lot more connection with my family during the quarantine. I have a fairly busy therapy schedule normally, and my kids are in school. My wife is very busy keeping up with all of us and herself. And before the quarantine, we were kind of scattered. Our schedules were all overlapping and hit and miss, and we didn't have a lot of solid chunks of time to spend as a family. And now that we're all in quarantine together, we have large chunks of time. And at first, it wasn't easy to even find a lot of things to do together because we were frankly a little bit out of practice. Now we're spending hours together making art, making music, laughing, telling stories, rekindling our relationships with one another. And that's helped me tremendously. And I know for some of you out there, connection, it might be difficult. Your circumstances may physically separate you from people, or your circumstances in whatever way may limit your ability to maintain your connection. So we're hoping that this platform will offer some of that connection, and we absolutely welcome you to leave your comments below the video, leave any questions you might have, converse with one another, let us know how you're getting through this time, and we hope you're all making the most of it, and we'll wish you all the best.